What is going on, YouTube world? This is KRT Life, KRT Life with a Y. I would like for you to like, I would like for you to subscribe, and I'd like for you to comment on all the videos that we do, and I hope that these do-it-yourself videos help y'all do things yourself. What are we going to be doing ourselves today? Today we are going to be removing the front bumper from my 2007 Porsche 997. And why am I doing that? Because there's lots of trash up in those radiators, and I'm going to get it all out. Coming up right now. Okay, so the tools I used for today's job were as follows. I used my impact wrench and a 19mm socket to get my wheels off. You could use various other tools to get your wheels off as well, but 19 mil is what I used to take my wheel lug nuts off. I used a T25 and a T27 Torx bits to get all the various underbody panels loose and everything that holds the bumper on. I used this 8mm socket to separate the AC coils from the radiators so I can get behind there and vacuum everything out. I use my shop vac, which is off camera, to vacuum out the radiators and clean up everything. And I use these extensions right here with these Torx bits to get up in there quick and get everything loose. Now, you could have also done this job with a hand screwdriver, but it would probably take you significantly longer. If you have any type of drill or any type of torque bits, you can just, well, not torque bits, any type of drill, just put it on the lowest torque setting, and yeah, just go to it and you can get everything apart fairly quick. The only thing that was a bit of a headache for me was getting apart the actual wire loom. Other than that, it was a very easy job. So right here is my 2007 997, and after doing a bunch of driving in the mountains yesterday, we decided to put some loving all up on this car and do some stuff to it. We've already been doing some things. You can see my hands are quite dirty, but we're going to go ahead and pull this front bumper off. I've done this many times on the 996, but I've never done it on a 997, and supposedly it's a little bit easier. So let's go ahead and dig into this job. So this is my first time doing this. I've read a few tutorials on how to do this on the interweb, but let's see how this goes. So let's get started. Look at that, just eyeballed it and got off the first go. Are you recording or are you time lapsing?
It's recording.
All right, so there's already stuff falling from under there that fell into my mouth. Probably not the best thing in the world, especially with COVID-19 going on. But anyway, all right, so what I just did was I removed these little screws right here. They're little hex bolts. You can take a T25 and take these out really simple with your drill if you use it in the lightest measured setting. You don't want to, like, you know, over torque these things and break these bolts. But these are metal. You don't want to strip them out or anything. You don't want to destroy any of this plastic stuff. But there was 1, 2, 3, 4 up here, and then there was 4 downstairs. So they're all out now, and now I just need to pull this panel out and see what else I need to do to get this bumper off. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So bear with me. A lot of time here before. So there's a little bolt right up under here. Where's the light? Now, I only know this because I've done this way too many times on the 996. I don't even want to think about that anymore. But there's a little bolt right here that connects the bottom part of the bumper to the top part of the fender. So that part, that has to come off, and it's pretty much the same screws. It's a T25 just like everything else, which is pretty actually dope, because I don't remember on the 996 if everything was the same kind of screw. I believe there are a whole bunch of different plastic fasteners on the 996, but this is a lot simpler, so let's go. So what I just did to get these clips out that go like this into the side up to hold the top of the bumper on, I just put a zip tie on the end of this part right here and then just pulled it out with my finger, and it was pretty tight. And when I pulled it out, it popped. Almost like it sounded like it broke, but I don't think that it broke. I think that it's good. So yeah, it took some pressure to pull it out though. So now I'm gonna do the passenger side real quick. Maybe, hopefully y'all can see this. Put some lubricant on these things when I put them back in, because man, it was tough to get these things out. But I just used a zip tie like this, connected it on the edge of it like that, and then just pulled it like that and got it out. So that's how I got this out. You gotta hit this blue tab on here to pull this apart. This is for your headlight sprinkler system. So yeah, it just pops off when you just press this down, pull it apart, comes right loose. So now this should slide off. Let's see. I want to be careful doing this.
So that only connects on one side?
That's what it looks like to me. Yeah, I don't see another piece on this side.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I found something else that needs to come loose. Okay. That's it. That wire just isn't that. This wire is stuck inside of there. That little bracket holding it in place. Get everything on the bottom. Oh no, there's one screw in the middle. I told y'all I'm doing this. I'm learning how to do this as I go. Let's see this last screw loose. Let's see what we get. Oh, I need mine. Yeah. Oh, all these scratches. I was thinking about putting a splitter on here one day. We'll see how that goes when I get to it though. Now, oh, looks like that did it. Right. Now you need a place to actually put it once you get it off. That it's not gonna get scratched
Put these
up.
cardboard boxes down.
So yeah, we got some cardboard boxes and we're gonna use those. They pop out real easy, like this. And as they get old, they do that.
Separate. Oh.
Yeah, they separate as they get old. And you press this part down, and that's it. But these, I've glued them back together before, and they hold up. So just touch of super glue, keep this going until I decide maybe to get clear. I don't know. But I kind of like my amber ones. All right, so that's off. Alright, there's a couple of wires connecting the this light right here. So I'm gonna have to disconnect those. Alright, so finally got the bumper off. A couple of things real quick I'm gonna tell y'all when trying to take this bumper off. On the driver's side, you wanna make sure you take your water hose loose for your headlight spraying things. You just pop this and then this comes out, really easy. And then on the passenger side, you want to make sure that you disconnect this electrical connection right here, which is your lights and stuff. And it's pretty easy to disconnect it if it wasn't broken, pretty much. But mine was broken, so it was very hard to get off. But now it's off, and now I'm going to pull the bumper off for the first time. The bumper is off.
Yay!
So the bumper is off, but we're not done yet, because the whole point of this mission is to get in here and clean out these radiators. Now, if you look in here, you can see that there is debris and stuff stuck all the way back there, and it's kind of hard to get in there and get that stuff out without pulling these cowls off. These cowls on a 996 are very easy to come off. Hopefully they're the same on 997. Looks like there's just 3 screws, and then this should just come off. So let's test that theory and see how many connection points there are. But yeah, it doesn't look like it's gonna be too difficult to pull these off. So let's go ahead and move on to that.
Fingers and toes.
so I just removed these 3 screws, and the ends of this cowl have clips on it, and you can already see how much debris has fallen out from the front of my cooling system on my 997. So I'm willing to bet, judging by looking at this, you see how much debris is up here and all the way down here, that this thing has never been cleaned before. And when I pull this off, there's one screw right here to pull these coils loose. And once I pull these coils loose, I guarantee this whole thing is probably gonna be blocked up with trash. Well, I don't guarantee it, but I think that it is. And this is actually a lot more debris than I thought was gonna be in here, because all you could see was this. So let's move forward. All right, so I finally found an 8mm socket and all my tools over there. And now I'm gonna go ahead and pull the coil forward and see how much debris is here. And yeah, pretty sure it's gonna be a lot. Hopefully it's not. If it's not that bad, I won't be happy, because that means that this car has been, somebody really cared about this car. But I don't know. And I feel like this is probably the reason why a lot of cars end up overheating and having issues, because this doesn't happen anywhere near as much as it should for a lot of Porsche vehicles. Because some people, when comes time to clean this, they'll just take a vacuum or compressed air and they'll just blow it out, but they won't actually go this far to see what this thing really, how dirty it really is. Okay, this one isn't too bad. It's bad though.
See what's behind there.
A decent amount in there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my vacuum, and you got to be really careful with these AC lines. But I'm going to take my vacuum and I'm going to get behind here as much as I can and vacuum all of this debris out. But you see how much came out, and I mean, my last time I did this on my 996, it was a lot worse. It was almost like 50% blocked. This wasn't as bad, which means somebody probably cleaned this before, but which is a good sign. But yeah, you definitely want to do this. I would say at least, like, if you can do it once a year, do it once a year. So that was a fun job, and now the radiators are clean. This is a job that I would suggest anyone who's getting a new to them 996 or 997, go ahead and jump in that and doing this, because you don't want to drive around, especially in the summer months, with your radiators all clogged up, and then you're running your AC and your car is getting hot, and you're like, oh my God, what's going on? Well, that could probably be one of the things you might want to check. So it's an easy job. You just need to make sure you have the right tools to do it. And a couple of things that could kind of hang you up on this job is making sure that you pop loose the hose that connects for the headlight washer fluid, and then the wire harness that connects for all the electrical lights and stuff that are in the front of your bumper. Taking that wire harness apart can be kind of difficult if it's broken like mine was. If yours isn't broken, it should be pretty straightforward, but outside of that, it's a very easy job, and you can do it right here in your own garage or parking deck or wherever you might choose to wrench. I'm your brother Reza. This is KRT Life, KRT Life with a Y. I sincerely hope that this video helps you get through whatever you're trying to fix on your 996 or 997. And now I'm all dirty, and I'm about to get clean and clean these cars and then break my fast and enjoy the rest of my day. I'm done. Peace.